mesdames et messieurs, welcome to the Vincent Charles Project. I'm your host, Mr. Vincent Charles. And tonight, we're going to talk about a classic. We're going to talk about one of John Carpenter's finest cinematic achievements. But before we do that, let's introduce the Nerds of Prey. First and foremost, he is the I can't say anything about Orty that I haven't already said before. So here he is, Ordnance Packard. Orty.
The ram butts the hedge and its horns become entangled. God, I love this movie so much. John Carpenter's finest film. I will die on that hill.
Okay,
fair enough. Everything about this movie is pure magic, and I am aroused.
Well, you're just a reasonable man who's seen some unreasonable things. That's all.
Yes, exactly.
Next on the list, he used to be called Jeff, but today he is known as Donald High Walk. Donald, how you doing today, brother?
I am here to seek revenge for my deceased brother. Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
I'm here to get payback. And some fried lice and lobster craw. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be a good one. And finally, last but certainly not least, Miss Janelle Waz. Janelle, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm not saying I've been everywhere and I've done everything, but I do know it's a pretty amazing planet we live on, and a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're alone in this universe.
Damn, everybody's coming out of the gate with quotes. Holy shit.
I knew I had to open with that one.
And you know, when some wide-eyed 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against the barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye and asks if you paid your dues, will you stare that big sucker right back in the eye? And remember what old Jack Burton always says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The mail.
And that's the name of our episode tonight. Oh, shit. What can I say about this movie that hasn't been said? It's a classic. It originally released, it was universally panned. Everybody hated it. Well, critics, but they don't really count. But the first time I saw it, I was like, holy shit. So I ended up staying in the theater to watch it a second time. I didn't leave. And I'm sure Orty probably did the same thing. Did you do the same thing?
Yeah, it was one of those things. It's like, well, I grew up, we only had a movie theater with one screen. We didn't even have twin screens. So it was, I think I saw the movie 5 times over its release weekend.
Holy shit.
I fell in love with this movie. And yet, to your point, it cost $25 million to make, and it only made $11 million globally on its release. But later in life, working in a video store, that was one of those that I never had to dust the box. It was always off the shelf.
I get a little bit of delay there. I am pimping out the feed. There we go. Okay. So we were initially going to do the film Tiptoes because I wanted all of you to suffer. And apparently a few people out there did. I know Jennifer, who was in the chat, she watched the film on her flight back home. She went to some kind of work convention. And yeah, she was not too pleased with me. But hey, that's what you get. You trusted me. But we were going to do Tiptoes, and we had placed a challenge to Janelle, since she hadn't seen Big Trouble in Little China, that she had to find or secure a copy of the film before this past Thursday, before midnight. And as it turns out, she did. So naturally, we went ahead and, since we always try to keep our word on this show, we went ahead and, hang on.
We operate entirely off of negative reinforcement.
Exactly. Because
It's all part of the new cruelty.
I'm afraid so. But yeah, I mean, we like to entertain, but we also like to aggravate. We're like the piece of popcorn stuck in your teeth that you can feel with your tongue, but you can't reach with your finger. And yeah, my God, that's more descriptive of the show than anything I've ever come up with before. Holy shit. But yeah, initial thoughts. We know Orty loves it. Donald,
Yes.
your thoughts?
Oh man, this is such an awesome, incredible movie. It is. I'll touch on this later because I watched it today with EP, who had never seen it.
Ooh, okay, we
So-
got to hear about that, definitely.
So it was such a fun trip back down memory lane. And for those that don't remember, this movie was released Independence Day of '86 or right around there.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
ended up being the 13th, or earned the 13th best domestic box office for July. But keep in mind, these are the films that were released a month or two prior that were still in theaters. Karate Kid Part 2, Ruthless People, Back to School, Top
Yeah.
Gun, Aliens, Legal Eagles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, About Last Night, released on the same day, The Great Mouse Detective, Psycho 3, and Club Paradise.
Yeah, that was back when, there was actual contention for the top spot.
It
Yeah.
beat out Labyrinth,
Wow.
Short Circuit, Maximum
Short Circuit
Overdrive,
to beat out.
Cobra.
It beat out Maximum Overdrive?
Yes, but
I'm more surprised it beat out Cobra.
I should
in
watch Cobra
fairness,
at some point.
Cobra
Shouldn't
was
I?
released at the end of May, so it was on like week 5 or 6.
Oh, okay, all right.
And
Kind of the
Dave's in
same
the
with
room.
Short
Dave's
Circuit.
arrived. Hey, Dave, how you doing? But yeah,
I do love Club Paradise. I do.
Yeah, when you think about the movies that came out, like I said, I think the earliest one I mentioned was May 16th, which was Top Gun. It didn't have a shot in the world of ever catching on, because I know, as we'll discuss later, I don't know if people in '86 understood what this movie was meant to be.
Well, and something else, and doing a little research for this, I figured out Kurt Russell didn't want to do the movie because he didn't want to drag Carpenter down because he had had a string of flops. And Carpenter's like, I don't care, I want to work with you. So I think a lot of that too may have been perceived. Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
although I think possibly the greatest movie-related commentary track ever created. If you've ever seen John Carpenter's The Thing, you have to listen to the commentary track on it with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, because every 3.5 minutes you hear a beer can being opened, and they are lit, all to be damned by the end of the movie, and it is fucking amazing. They are hilarious. You have to do it. It's excellent. But with this film, I think they probably would have done better receipt-wise if they had pushed it off a little bit later in the year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, Carpenter
Well,
should
Sydney
always.
was contending with a lot of classic movies.
Well, they're classics now, but back in the day, we didn't know they were going to be as big as they were. I mean, nobody could have predicted Top Gun.
Well, fair.
I
Fair,
mean,
but a
Top
lot of
Gun-
movies that took off well eventually, I guess. Hey, this was before
Well,
my
it's funny.
time. I was born in '92.
What's funny is at the bottom of the list that Jeff was going over, with the exception of a couple of them, they're all big nostalgia films, Labyrinth, Big Trouble in Little China,
Yeah.
Club Paradise. I mean, a lot of those are, they're must sees, and
Mhm.
they just got overshadowed with volume.
Mhm.
I mean, especially Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
I mean, that movie got ripped all to hell, and people hated it. I love it. I loved it
I
when I
think it's
saw it
fantastic. Even
because,
though it's just a 90-minute video for AC/DC's album.
yeah,
But
and that's great. It's an excellent soundtrack move. But the one thing about it, the budget was $10 million for that film. And with Stephen King on set, I know that 8.5 million of that went towards cocaine.
well, yeah,
It had to. But it's if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's amazing. Plus Simpsons reference, Yeardley Smith is
Yeah.
in it. And yeah, I don't
that's
know.
right. She was in it.
Yeah, considering Janelle's attitudes towards, film violence, I don't think she'd want to see
I
that.
was gonna say Yeardley
just thought-
Smith got
yeah,
around
especially
a little bit because I think she was in an episode of Mama's Family as well.
Well, she was in City Slickers also.
Oh,
but-
she got around.
But yeah, especially the steamroller scene. That
The best scene,
Best
the
part.
best scene in Maximum Overdrive was actually Stephen King's cameo at the ATM machine. It's calling him an asshole.
yeah. No, I'm just looking. Dave said try
Somebody
cocaine
answer
once,
that
and
because I
was
want to
enough for
know.
me. But yeah, I love cocaine. I just hate the way it smells. But yeah, before we get too far off track with
Get the scene in Crocodile Dundee putting the cocaine in the hot water.
oh my god, oh my god,
Oh fuck!
I
Gojira,
completely
that's
forgot
right.
about that.
She was also in Legend of Billie Jean.
Was she Michael Jackson's lover?
Yes.
At this point, nothing surprises me. Goj also says, "Is it Maximum Overdrive King's attempt to prove he could direct his material better than anyone else?" And yeah, it was a failed
Yes,
attempt.
it was. Yeah, because he was up against Carpenter, who did
Because
Christine.
yeah, that did someone say cocaine? Yes, we sure did.
That was my brother's
Mention Steve.
downfall. I mean, you can't have those pinky nails and not do all the coke.
Well, enough about Carrie Fisher in
Exactly.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, she
Which
had.
now I can't unsee it.
David
Yes.
Lopan had nothing on her.
He thought he was gonna go away undetected with just putting the name Dave in front of his name. They're like, I don't know, it'd be
That's
like Dave Napoleon. Like somebody's gonna ask questions.
Chip Hitler.
Bruce Kurgan.
Paul Alexander the
Jesus.
Great.
Alexander the Average. But
Sandra
oh
Cleopatra.
shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, Foxy Cleopatra.
She's a whole lot of
There you
woman.
go. But oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
And Dealed.
Yes.
We gotta
Freddie
get the
Mooney
first time
sing.
reaction.
Oh
Shit.
shit. Yeah. Where was I going? with
Bruce
this?
Charles II.
I don't know. It'll come back to me. So okay, we got Ordy's thoughts. We got Donald Highwalk's thoughts. Janelle, your thoughts about the movie.
okay, there were things that
And
there were things that worked
yeah, the pause gives me pause.
exactly. I mean, there were things that
Yes.
really worked about it that I enjoyed. You know, some of the character interactions I thought were really good. You know, you have Jack and his friend's name is Wang, right?
Yeah.
That's the
The
friend, right?
hero of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had really good interactions with each other. Kurt Russell definitely has charisma, and so he's always fun to watch. But yeah, I didn't like the more darker elements of the story, you know, like you know, the white slavery plot line and certainly the darker magic. I was just like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of like on high alert watching these these scenes and getting a little uncomfortable, but so oh gee, Coach, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, the first part of the movie it went by really hectic, so I was like I felt like I was just as confused as Jack was of what the hell was going on, which I don't know, maybe that was the effect they were trying to go for. You're as confused as Jack in that moment. But
I actually go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's actually Carpenter does that. You know, it's like when
Okay.
Burton says, "I'm feeling like an outsider here," and Gracie Law says, "Well, you are."
Yeah.
That's when everything starts. That's when the whole beat of the movie changes.
And then there's all the info dumping where they're just like they're throwing all sorts of like backstory at you, and it's like, yeah, okay, they're just telling me what's going on with the plot, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot going on. You know, like at certain moments, they felt like it was just kind of info dumping at me. What else? Crap, I actually I had more stuff to say, and I can't remember it.
You didn't take
But
notes.
the action, well, I did, but not not for that. The action sequences were really good, and I thought the music was timed very nicely with them. You know, especially like at the end with that. Was it the final fight or the escape? Where I noticed the music was kind of lining up with the bell going off. You know what I'm talking about? Like at the end, there was like the little the fire bell.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh
Mhm.
man, works really well. And during like the gang war scene, like towards the beginning of the movie, where the music's like kind of changing with like the camera cuts, I thought that was really nice. But yeah, I thought the action sequences were really good and really fun to watch. The quippy lines were really great. You know, I feel like a lot of Jack's lines are like super memorable. But yeah, I was kind of lukewarm on it. You know, just because I don't like the creepier elements of the movie. But and it wasn't even like the monsters creeped me out because I could look at the one guy and be like, okay, that's clearly a guy in the suit. That's clearly 80s CGI. It's like it was more like the themes that kind of put me on edge a little bit. So that's just me. You know, I'm weird like that. And silence.
No, that's okay.
Abdul,
No,
hit the
no, it's okay.
rocks.
I liked it better than a story. It's one of those movies where it's like, okay, I'm glad I watched it because it is a part of like 80s cinema. But would I watch it again? Probably not. So
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
that's an entirely valid viewpoint.
Is it?
Coach is having a heart attack over here. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah, you two are gonna have to have a long discussion.
Gojira, not all is lost.
Okay, stop motion animation.
I talked with EP after the movie, and we came to the conclusion that this isn't a movie.
It's
It
experience.
is. No. I know some of you will understand this. You know, in the movie Xanadu, where they had the 70 cents pop and the 40s dance music, and they switch back and forth until the end and they merge. This is two
Yeah.
different movies merged together. It has two stars. It has Jack as the comedic movie lead and Wang as the action hero movie star.
Yeah.
And when you blend the two, it makes more sense in a way.
Yeah, because a lot of people, Orty and myself included, we know Jack Burton isn't the hero of this movie.
No.
Wang and Egg Shen are the heroes of this movie. They do all
And
the heavy
EP
lifting.
will confirm. Because I asked him, I said, "Who's the hero of this movie?" And he's like, "Wang," but Jack's the star. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
There you go. Yeah, you know.
Jack kind of reminded me of Cisco in a way. He kind of just wants to do his job and that's about it, but he keeps getting caught up in all these extraordinary things going on. So I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, this is just a guy, he wants his money, he wants his truck. All of a sudden he's involved in like this weird magician trying to like kidnap his friend's fiance, and there's this other girl with green eyes running around. Something about them green eyes. Wait.
Yes, Gracie Law.
Lady only here because she's fucking director. Sorry.
Right.
Mandatory.
Yeah, there she goes. Wang is the. Yeah, Jack Burton is fluff. Jennifer.
He's fun fluff.
Wang, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. That's not in dispute. Wang is the action star, but to me, Egg Shen is the beating heart of this movie. I mean, come on, look at him. This right in the beginning, the first 3 minutes of the film, when he's talking to the lawyer, and then he just holds his hands up, and you see lightning going through his hands, and he just has that look on his face, like he's looking at the lawyer. It's like, you're such a dumbass. You don't know shit. Why am I talking to you? And it's amazing. But yeah.
Now, does that mean the rest of the story was told in past tense? Like, you have the beginning with the lawyer, and he's like talking about everything that's happened, like it happened in the past. Then you cut to Jack Burton in the truck going into Little China or Chinatown.
Yeah, I think it's all
Okay.
flashbacks from Egg Shen. Actually, she says, "I'm convinced this movie is the precursor for Mortal Kombat." Yeah, one of the 3 elements, the lightning guy, would directly
Oh.
influenced Raiden from Mortal Kombat. And oh shit, I can't remember the guy who invented Mortal Kombat. Ed something. But yeah, he said he was a direct influence.
I'll take a look who invented Mortal Kombat.
But oh my god, we got all kinds of fan theories coming on here.
Ed Boon and John Tobias? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
I like how
But
we're all-
like I said, it's flashbacks until you get to the point where you see Egg Shen leave, when they're celebrating at the end,
after he smokes his
and
opium.
he doesn't know what goes on after that. Once he leaves, once he smokes his opium and he leaves, and then you see Jack driving, and then you see the monster and all that.
That was the ending I saw years ago, because I think my brother and sister were like flipping through the channels and they happened upon Big Trouble in Little China, so I only caught like the last bit of it. And yeah, the ending, I was just like, what? And I can now say, with having the full context of the movie, that I still don't get the ending. He just escaped, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, it's
I think we really need to.
bait for a sequel that never came about.
I was only half kidding when I said we got to do a month of John Carpenter. I think Janelle hasn't experienced a lot of John Carpenter.
Well, a Goat
can we
said
talk
that
about
if I don't
Victor
like
Wong a
horror, Gojira had said if I don't like horror, don't watch anything else that John Carpenter did. Although I am kind of mildly interested in Escape from New York. I don't know if there's horror elements in that, but I was like mildly interested in it.
The only horror you could consider that would be dystopian
Okay.
future.
Yeah.
That kind of horror. But yeah.
And what were you going to say, Jeff?
A 2-year run for Victor Wong. Are you ready for this? Year
Hit
of the
me.
Dragon. Big
Underrated
Trouble in
movie.
Little China.
As we
Shanghai Surprise. The Golden Child. Last
Okay.
Emperor. And Prince of Darkness.
Look, I forgot he
And
was in
Prince of Darkness is my favorite Carpenter movie.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Big Trouble is my favorite. Prince of Darkness, it's like a hair's breadth difference between those two.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the same for me, except in opposite order. But yeah.
Oh, well, what Goach said here is I couldn't say because I don't consider Big Trouble a horror movie. Yeah, it's really not. It's more of an action film.
It's a D&D session on screen.
Yeah. And like even like the scary monsters, like that didn't really like, scare me or anything. Because again, I was like, okay, that's 80s stop motion animation before I get yelled at again. And or like a guy in a suit, and I'm like, okay, I could. Even the guy exploding, I was just like, yeah, okay.
No, this movie is a love letter to Asian action films.
I can see that
because there are so many Asian action stars in there. The guy who exploded, Carter Wong. He's done literally hundreds of Hong Kong action films. The bald guy at the beginning fight, the shootout, Gerald Okamura. He has done so many martial arts films, including Samurai Cop, which we really should do one of these days. And Al Leong, you know him, you've seen him because he's been in so many movies. Die Hard, Golden Child, and so many others. And if you look, they're like recently, Kerry Tanawa, the guy who played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, who died recently. This was one of his first films. He played one of the guys in the beginning fight scene, but I'd have to
he played 3 of the guys.
Pause and see if I could see him. Yes, Goj, you need to watch Prince of Darkness many times because it's an absolutely amazing film.
I disagree with what he says about telling Janelle not to watch it, though, because we were explaining to Janelle in the green room before. Prince of Darkness, it's not a horror movie in the horror movie sense. It's a horror movie in the Lovecraftian sense. It's a Lovecraft horror. It's not a, it's a psychological.
It's cosmic horror is what it is. And the way they tell that story, using advanced mathematics to talk about God and the devil and evil and stuff like that, and it's amazing. I mean, I didn't fully get it until I think maybe the 3rd or 4th time I saw it, and it's not gore horror. Oh, there are a few moments in that movie.
Yeah, like Coop.
And Prince of Darkness is a dread movie. That's why it's in the Apocalypse trilogy. But yeah, it's amazing, especially the ending. I'm not going to ruin it for everybody, but yeah, it'll get you.
So,
Satan in a drum.
Yes, Satan. Yeah,
Satan in a drum. I remember that because me and my friends went to go see this. We were in. I was stationed in Germany when it came out, and it's like, oh, new Carpenter. I'm like, oh shit, and it had already been out like 3 or 4 months in the States, and we're like, okay, cool. So we all go to see it, and you see that thing spinning in the container, and my friend just yelled out, he's like, Satan in a drum, and people lost their shit because back then, some of you old people might remember Janitor in a Drum, that old cleaning solution. It came in a green container that was shaped actually like a 55-gallon drum. And it smelled, oh my God, it smelled horrible. And yes, Goj is absolutely right.
Yeah.
But still, I think it would be good for her to watch.
Well, like with Big Trouble in Little China, if they toned down that aspect of it, what Goj is talking about, then yeah, I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But yeah, that kind of like set me on edge a little bit.
Well, you have to remember you couldn't film about these subjects today. I mean, not in the casual manner that they did, 40 years ago. But I mean, today it would be like a super serious movie, and they would suck all the fun out of it. And it's like, oh, because the slave trade is involved. So yeah, naturally we've got to suck all the fun out of it, and you can't laugh at this movie because it's a serious subject.
Right, yeah.
And I thought, And I thought, racial differences aside, we were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The friendship between Jack and Wang was really good. I liked it.
Dude, when they're in the truck and they're going to the airport, or when they're leaving the airport after Mao Yin gets
Yeah.
kidnapped, and he's like, their hideout is, and Jack just says, "Where is it?" And he's like, "Thank you, Jack." I mean, that's a ride or die right there.
Yeah.
Jack is a ride or die, and that's fucking
Well, you know,
awesome.
I think the
Jeff-
moral.
Even though Wang owes him like $2,000, he's still gonna go into the belly of the beast with him, which is
Well,
fucking
you know,
awesome.
I think the moral of the story is you never take your friend on a ride to the airport. If they need a ride to the airport, get somebody else. Don't do it.
Exactly.
And Jeff, you told us about
And also,
the take, but what were the EP's reacts?
His biggest reaction was a negative,
ooh,
and I agreed with him 100% when he pointed it out to me. From the
Okay.
fire pole on, he was so pissed at Jack because his gun discipline was horrible.
Yeah.
yeah, finger inside the trigger guard,
Going down the slide
fragging everybody
to the back of
Yeah.
the head of the person before him. And I'm basically quoting EP directly here. That really crawled under. I was like, holy hell, it is under your skin a little bit, isn't it? But he noticed that enough. He laughed at so many of the one-liners. He loved some of the fight scenes. You know, it was normally we'll stop and take a break during our movies. There was no break this time. We just had our sodas and our dry corn pops, and we just watched the movie, and it was over. And he's like, "That was a good movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was a good movie." But he ended up scoring it an 8 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, to his I'm convinced in this series of events was the first time Jack Burton had ever picked up a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, yeah, what
and
did
you
it
know
say?
what, that
First
kind of
time you
goes
ever.
with the whole thing too. You know,
Yes.
he's a bar
Yeah.
fighter. He's got his knife for his intimidation. That
Yeah.
Yeah, his knife handling skills were a lot better than his
Yeah.
gun handling
Yes.
skills.
It-
And that's
And
not
I will
saying
say,
much.
I have not heard my son, well, outside of a few things last night, I have not heard my son laugh that much as he did when Jack shot above him and the ceiling came down and knocked him out.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's a make or break scene in that movie. If you're not rolling from that, you
Mhm.
really have no business watching the movie.
Yeah, and when he said Wang was the hero, he's like, yeah, because he goes, really up until the last scene is like all Jack did was get lost and confused why he was like, for some of the old people here, he was like Admiral Stockdale on stage. Who am I? Why am I here?
Well, I do have to say one thing. That shade of lipstick is definitely Jack's color.
Yes.
Because
Could you
that
stop
shade
rubbing
just
against
worked
me? I'm
really well
finding it
for
really
it.
hard to concentrate. So I was today years old when I discovered there is an alternate ending to this movie. It's on the special edition DVD Blu-ray, where after the story is finished, Kurt Russell is back in his truck. He finds the three punks from the beginning sitting in their Camaro by the docks, and he pushes them into the ocean with his truck.
Oh.
I like that.
Makes more
Yeah.
sense than what the hell was that thing? the guy in the suit that carried off Kim Cattrall at one point.
We're just going to refer to her as ex-wife number 2 of mine.
Hey, that is a fine way to talk about the star of Mannequin.
No, I don't mean Kim Cattrall. I meant the hairy thing.
Oh, shit.
I don't
I
want
live-
to know.
I live in
Oh,
Vermont.
those
Do you think anyone shaves up here in the winter?
That's why I can never live north of the anyway. I can never live north of the Mason-Dixon line.
But I suppose that's a good thing that Janelle enjoyed it more than
Yeah.
LA Story.
LA Story's the
Which
litmus
is-
test.
And yeah, that still disappoints me.
I'm sorry.
Me as well.
It does. This was like a formative film for Ordy and I.
Wait, Big China or LA
You know what
Story?
I mean?
Yes.
Actually, both
geez.
of these.
And-
And I can understand your views towards this film, and some of the subject matter that made you
Yeah.
uncomfortable, and that's okay.
Yeah, if I'm being
But,
honest, it's like,
yeah.
that kind of set me on edge. I'm like,
Yeah, the way you just ripped into LA Story, you broke my heart, Janelle. You broke my heart in two.
I'm sorry.
Well, the thing with it is
In
because of her
two.
negative reaction to LA Story, that means Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and Roxanne are probably not going to be hits with her either.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I remember my brother showing me the clip from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with, may I go to the bathroom? Oh, of course you may. Thank you. So there might be some hope with Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough
Oh
of
my God.
Steve Martin to like fully gauge.
Outland.
Okay, let me look it up.
Outland. Oh God, I love that
We
movie.
got to do Outland.
Well, yeah, Outland and High Noon. It's the same movie.
Oh, sci-fi western.
but
It's
yeah,
Firefly.
It's an
Sean
It's
Connery.
an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peter Boyle.
Yep.
Yes. And the cool thing about it is all of the bit part players and extras, like Stephen Burkhoff, all of these guys were in like the Royal Shakespeare Company, and they're doing bit
Yeah.
parts in a like a mid-budget sci-fi film, which is fucking awesome. I think anyway.
Yeah, Everyman made
But,
a great point earlier, is that Big Trouble in Little China is a more accessible oh shit.
Oh,
I just
God.
drew a blank on
Jennifer, I'm sorry.
God damn. Peter Weller, Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that's one I need to check out.
If you weren't too keen on this, you probably won't be
Okay,
too
fair
keen on
enough.
that.
But she still needs to see it. It's a formative.
Yeah, you do need to see it because it's a classic. And I loved it the moment I saw it, but then that's how I am.
I mean, it's so good.
Quirky shit like this.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
seeing
love.
why you think I wouldn't like it. Yeah.
It's such a great movie that Jeff uses the outro for it as one of the outros on his podcast.
Ah. But okay, if I can address Jennifer real quick, I think the problem with LA Story was I didn't have the proper context for some of the humor. So I had a couple of chuckles while watching it, but nothing. Well, there was like one scene that made me like actually laugh out loud, but like the rest of it, I just didn't get it. Okay, Goj, thank you. Backing me up. Thank you.
I'm going to say it again. Abdul, get the rocks.
Jeez. Like I said, because I
Brother,
wasn't
get
even
the
born like
flamer.
when LA Story
The
came
heavy
out.
flamer. No, 'cause LA Story was, it was, 91, and the story took place, a couple of years earlier. It was like the tail end of
Right.
the 80s, 89, 90. And yeah, it's a lot of situational humor and, stuff based in that. I
Well,
think
it's like All in the Family.
it has more to do with people who've actually been in California or have lived in California for any
Yeah.
length of time, who actually witnessed and had to deal with people, like those stereotypes.
Or who
Right.
digested
Or
a lot
actually
of 80s
California.
television, which was all exclusively filmed in Los Angeles and revolved around Los Angeles in every
Yeah.
way possible.
Well, I was thinking
Yeah.
like All in the Family, like you really need to like understand what was going on at the time in order to like get the humor of All in the Family. So I think that's something that's probably what's going on with me with LA Story. It's like I just don't really understand the context. Now, All in the Family I will laugh at, but yeah, just LA Story, I didn't get it.
Yeah, she'll laugh at that, but she won't laugh
So,
at Steve Martin.
Vincent
Go figure.
Orty, are you
Yes.
sitting down?
Yes.
I am now.
Yes.
I've never watched LA Story.
Holy
You're
shit.
not missing much.
Never.
Jeff, you will laugh your ass.
Hush, you.
You will laugh your ass off.
I got my finger hovering on the ban button, woman. One more word. One more. Yeah.
I have had such an aversion
go.
to Horse Lady since Flight of the Navigator that I would not watch
Oh,
anything
Sarah
she
Jessica
was in.
Parker.
Here's
She
the
was
thing,
nice
though.
looking in there.
She's not Horse Lady in that movie. She's she was younger, granted, but she's absolutely fucking gorgeous in this movie.
That was the reason I would not watch it, was because of her.
She plays a very small part of it
No.
anyway. I mean, not
A very small part, a very important
Kind of
part,
an annoying part.
because it adds a very important and annoying part, because it adds to Steve Martin's character growth. You know, he has to date this woman in order to move on to the
Yeah.
next phase, and he figures that out. But yeah, definitely, you definitely need to see it. I think you do.
4 years. This has been going on since the 80s.
That was one of the parts that made me laugh. And also when he walked out the door and he starts dancing, then I was laughing. But
Well,
yeah.
see, that's even funnier to Californians, because California has as a Californian, we have the most 0-day brain you could ever imagine. It's like, literally, it's like, didn't that just like happen last week? Why the fuck are we still talking about it? You know, it's just so, especially down in LA, everybody is just in the now moment. History didn't exist before Rick Dees came on in the morning. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like squirrels. When you're hunting squirrels are very easy to distract because they can only think of two things at once. So, I'm being serious. If you can find a way to distract a squirrel, which is very easy, next thing you know, it turns away to look, and then boom, you've got yourself a squirrel.
All I could think is the wrong guys with dibs on the thighs. Hey, now that movie is a classic.
Okay. If you say
It's-
so.
John Goodman's like, I ordered pancakes. He's like, but France, or you know, he said he ordered French toast. He's like, but France is not a state.
It's true.
And he's like, do girl.
Speaking of, have you seen King Ralph?
King Ralph, no. Let's see, King.
I think that was the only
John
good,
Goodman.
John Goodman film that I liked.
That and Always. I mean, he was good in
Well,
Always. But yeah, as a lead, yeah.
Which case, no, I have not.
It's probably, and I think probably the only reason I really liked it was because of Peter O'Toole. He was amazing in that
O'Toole
movie. He was
was
funny as
fantastic.
shit.
That and Rose Tyler's mom. You Doctor Who
Yes.
fans.
But yeah, Jennifer SJP was beautiful in the 80s, early 90s. Yeah, definitely pre-boiled horse era.
Yeah.
Is that pre or post Matthew Broderick?
That's
Oh, okay.
pre-Matthew Broderick. Yeah.
Because he sucks the fun out of everything. Example.
And he's
Bill
and he's a
94.
murderer.
He's a murderer.
Yeah, he's a murderer too. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you should go further back in the show catalog. We had a rather lively discussion about Matthew Broderick and his
See, the only reason they don't talk about that is
yeah.
because, much like Bruce running someone over and changing his sex, Matthew has sex with an animal and they're in the bestiality, so it gets ignored. You thought my hatred for Rush
Zing!
was the worst hatred I had.
We need to do a show completely based on what you
Yeah.
hate.
Getty Lee.
And I'm not gonna say a goddamn word. I'm gonna introduce the show. I'm gonna say, here's Jeff, you go. I'm just gonna pour some wine and listen.
I have some very strong opinions on a few things.
Yes, this is known, but yeah, my God, it's like the old National Enquirer ads. I have to know.
Just I've wandered into the wrong podcast.
I'm in
Oh,
on that.
Jane's
Oh,
here, sweet.
Janie! Hey, Janie! Our favorite barbarian. I'm in on the
Yeah.
hate show. Yes. The illiterate barbarian.
So I guess we'll
Who, writes
Sure.
books.
Writes books, plays an illiterate barbarian. Oh my God. Hell of a gear change, chick. Hell of a gear change. But yeah.
Well, while watching this movie, I was thinking we need to do a show about The Last Dragon because I love The Last Dragon.
Actually, what I'm going to do, and we discussed this in the green room. I wanted to do Tiptoes, and I think what I'll do is I'll probably put out a poll because I know a lot of people watched it, especially Jennifer, and she hates me for it. But we can do Tiptoes, or we can do something else like the Last Dragon, any number of 80 movies, 80s movies.
The Last Dragon, The Wrong Guys.
doing
what's
movies
one
you
of
haven't seen.
Yes.
I've seen both of those, okay? Back to School.
Yeah, that one still blows my fucking mind. Of all the things you haven't seen, that one you have.
Well, yeah, Back to School is a great movie. Well, you were also surprised at One Crazy Summer, which I've seen.
What about
Even more
Remo
so.
Williams?
Ooh.
Wait, what was it?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
what was it?
That one
I
we
didn't-
must do. Is it streaming anywhere?
I don't have my. Well, oh no, I do have my phone with me. Hang on, let me. Because I'm outside smoking a cigarette
What do I
Tubi.
know?
in the snow, and I'm gonna check Tubi.
Excellent.
It's on Tubi.
Yep.
On Tubi.
Oh, sweet. Okay, put that in your queue, Jen. Or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this you have to watch it. It is like one of the. I don't have the words.
And when you watch it, you'll realize, yeah, Kate Mulgrew was always like that.
She always sounded like Katharine Hepburn.
Mostly,
Yes.
yeah. And that, but Fred Ward's the hero. She's the love interest, but Joel Grey steals the show.
Yeah, that's right. Have you seen Better Off Dead, Janelle?
No. Let me
Okay,
take
well,
a
you've
look.
got to complete the Savage Steve Holland duopoly.
That's not a continuation. Oh, Dan Schneider's in it.
That's what everybody else.
Yeah. See, Jennifer explains. I put it on the big screen. I watched Tiptoes on a flight home. It was so bad. It ruined my. I think she meant to say
Trip home.
my trip home, and I was delayed in Minneapolis for 4+ hours. Yes. And Fred
Earlier,
Ward
she
is
said she
awesome.
almost got sky marshaled because of it too.
Yes, Fred Ward is
And
awesome.
Tremors
So many ways.
fame.
An excellent actor. He was, according to most reports before he died, an excellent human being. Plus, he was a huge Django Reinhardt fan, and I love him alone just for that. Because I'm just gonna say he was one of the greatest guitar players who ever lived, and that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. But can't believe they threw away a perfectly good white boy. Yeah. Oh, gee. Oh, the snow is coming down now. I guess I should go back inside.
You had a little bit of snow too.
A little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little dusting.
Yeah.
This mountain is pure snow. Do you know what the street value of this is?
Maximum overdrive value.
Yes.
First you get
definitely.
the sugar, then you get the power, then you get the women. I know that was sugar, but
Well, yeah, same thing. But yeah, Remo Williams.
Nope, I have not seen Remo Williams.
Yeah, you need to put it in your queue. Jeff
So
just
we
mentioned,
need to do Tiptoes because you tortured people with that.
yeah. No, actually, it was intentional because I know how bad the film is because I've seen it several times.
No, I mean that they unintentionally had to watch it because we got the late pickup of Big Trouble.
Yeah,
Right.
because that was originally going to be the show we were going to do tonight, and then Janelle came through, and as disappointed as she was in this film, she would have absolutely hated us.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it in the green room, and she watched the trailer, and she was like, "I can't watch this movie. I cannot watch this movie." And I'm like, the trailer never shows all the good bits. Well, yeah, actually, technically it does, but there were no good bits in that trailer. But the movie itself is just
Terrible.
seen it several times on purpose. Yes. Yes, Goach, I take my craft seriously.
Oh, he was talking about Better Off Dead.
I watch shitty films. That is what I do. And yeah,
You know, ever since we did Mount Hideaway, Amazon has been recommending something else to me.
Ooh, do
based
tell.
off of that. Hang on, I'm gonna have to bring up my Amazon.
Wait, so I have a question, Vin.
Yeah. Yes.
You self-admittedly watch shitty movies.
Yes, absolutely.
But cannot sit through New Trek.
That's a different.
I see. The thing is with films, there's no nostalgia factor involved.
Oh, all right, fair, definitely fair.
And I'm going to make a confession. I watched the entire first season of Discovery.
And lived?
Yeah, and lived just to see where they were going with it. And yeah.
Let's power our ship with mushrooms.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of mushrooms are you guys doing in the writer's room?
How exactly do we prepare Janelle for the glory that is Remo Williams if she didn't enjoy Big Trouble in Little China? I think she'll watch it for the Kate Mulgrew factor. And then when she
sees Puffy in that nebula.
Yeah, and then when she sees the awesomeness that is Fred Ward and Joel Grey, she'll be hooked. Because the banter between these two is top tier.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And Night of the Leepoos. Oh my God, Dr. House. Oh my God. House is like one of the best Japanese films ever made. It is awesome.
Oh. And what Amazon keeps recommending to me is Ainsley McGregor Mysteries.
Ainsley McGregor Mysteries. Why does that sound familiar? Because Amazon kept pushing one at me. It's like this British murder mystery. And it's like this girl boss. And she's just like perfect in everything. And Kelsey Grammer is in it. And I forgot the name of it. And I put it in my queue. I was going to watch it. I think I should probably watch it tonight. Ooh, House on Criterion. Oh, nice.
I swear, you must have heard of every single movie ever made, because when I mentioned Daimon Gene, I was like, "You ever heard of Daimon Gene?" You're like, "Yes."
Yes, I used to have them on VHS, but they're on Tubi. You can watch them.
Well, because I have it on DVD. It's kind of like a red box, and I think it's like 3 movies. I think.
There were 2.
There were 2? I thought there were 3.
There's another. It's like kind of related to it, but not. Yes, Wilford Brimley is in Remo Williams.
Yes, he is. Pre-diabetes.
Wait, it's like the complete Daimon Gene, Wrath of Daimon Gene, and Return of Daimon Gene.
Okay, I must be mistaken then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm more than willing to admit I'm mistaken about that. I must have not seen the third one then.
Yeah. To be fair, I only watched one of them.
No, watch them all. Or
all of them?
Watch the first 2. They're good. They're a bit talky, but about midway through both films, then that's when things start picking up.
What I was thinking is I should probably sit down and watch Zatoichi because I got a movie collection here too.
Yes, you need to watch those. Zatoichi is like one of the longest running film series.
Oh yeah,
There's like,
like I said,
if you count the ones that have been made recently, I think there's like 34, 35 films. I think there's, yeah, I think the only one that's actually run longer than that is the Godzilla series.
oh man, yeah.
And Goach says that's your only Criterion movie. I can't lie. The only Criterion movie that I have in my collection is The League of Gentlemen, which is an excellent movie, which doesn't stream anywhere, but you can find it on YouTube.
No, you can't watch anything live on stream because how do you get a copyright strike?
No, we will get screwed, especially if didn't was Houseu Dai or Toho? I can't remember if they were Dai or Toho. Dai, we could probably get away with it. Toho is absolutely merciless about copyright strikes. If you even, I'm surprised we haven't been copyright struck because we mentioned Godzilla in this podcast.
It's Toho.
Okay, yeah, then we definitely can't.
Oh yeah, no, we would get.
Yes, Ed Harris was supposed to be Remo Williams.
Would be cursed with lawyers.
Yes, and Ed Harris was also supposed to be Bill Adama in the Battlestar Galactica reboot. Discord can't be properly appreciated. Yeah, you need. Yes, you do need people for the what the actual fuck factor. But
if only we had a Discord set up and capable of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, maybe we should do something about that. Brimley is in The Thing. Yes, he plays Dr. Blair.
Is that Wilford Brimley?
Yes.
Diabetes.
Wilford.
I remember catching parts of Cocoon. I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched the whole thing, but I've caught parts of it.
The best Wilford Brimley was in Strangers with Candy.
I thought it was Seinfeld.
No, that was the best Lloyd Bridges.
What, Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's go time.
It's go time.
My mom's been watching that episode a lot lately. That you think you're better than me. It's like, all right, for the record, I think you're both better than me.
But let's see, we're coming up at the top of the hour, and as much as I hate to do this, we're going to have to cut it short. Well, not short, because normally the runtime's an hour. But final thoughts. Jeff.
I loved being able to watch this movie with my son today. I won't lie, I've had an amazing 24 hours, in part to you, Ordy, Janie, and EP, and Delaney. So I've been enjoying life for the last 24 hours, and this was just the chef's kiss to that whole thing. And I needed this. I needed this movie. Didn't realize how much I needed it in my life, and I loved watching it again. The cheesiness, I think
the 80s-ness of it.
Oh yeah.
3 times in watching it, I made notes not about the movie, but about stuff to put in the D&D game.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, Joe. Oh, jeez.
So yeah, thank you.
I'm even more excited now.
Thank you, Janelle, for finally being able to pick up the movie and having us watch it, because this, I needed it, and it was just like I said.
And I saved you from tiptoes.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly, because I'm still going to put that poll out.
Oh God.
But
guys, vote Last Dragon.
Janelle, final thoughts.
I mean, I'm glad I see it. I saw it because it's a it's a part of 80s movies, and everybody seems to like it. Would you call it like a cult classic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm glad I saw it, for that value. Would I sit down and watch it again? Probably not. I mean, it's got some good things that I liked in it, and some stuff like I wasn't too crazy about, but
So you have to watch it until you can memorize the quotes, and then after
oh
that, you
no.
stop watching it.
But
Well, no, I was
lot
gonna say
out.
you have to watch it again because you were so trepidatious about where those guardrail topics were going to go, and you know that they didn't resolve the way you were afraid of. So now you can watch it again more relaxed.
this is true. This is true. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
mean, 'cause I
because
enjoyed Ghostbusters,
it's like with most films.
but
when
Ghostbusters
you-
didn't go like quite as hard, in my opinion. Of course,
Yeah.
it could have been because I grew up watching Ghostbusters too.
because
Not Ghostbusters 2, but Ghostbusters also.
yeah, he's Vigo.
Well,
You were like the buzzing of flies to him.
I haven't seen 2 in years.
But like with all movies, you watch it once, yeah, you can go ahead and say, yeah, I've seen it. But it takes repeated viewing. At least you need to see it to properly understand and appreciate a film. You need to see it at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I
That
could
way
see
you've
that.
seen it, and okay, you know basically what the plot is about. Then you can pick up the nuances. You can pick up the things
Right.
you didn't see before, or
Oh, I didn't
context you
mention.
weren't getting.
I didn't mention there was the big fight at the end where there's the green and purple light going on, and there's Lopan. He's like looking like he's playing a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was that part I thought was hilarious.
You
He just looked like he had such joy playing a video game. But yeah, I'm glad I saw it for the the 80s experience. But yeah, not sure I would watch it again. Open to it, but There are other movies I'd probably rather sit down and watch again. Like The Last Dragon.
Not gonna let that one go. All right, Orny,
Nope.
final thoughts.
Yeah.
I've sat through
Alright,
too
listen.
much crap.
The one thing watching this again, I really got to appreciate it in that one of the things John Carpenter does really, really well is direct dialogue. Yes, he didn't write the bands between the characters, but he directed it. And I can't think of a John Carpenter film that doesn't have well-directed dialogue in it.
Yeah, because I'm all out of bubble gum.
Points were made that when he's on the phone with the insurance company, that was a little chaotic, but that was kind of the point. That was
Right.
when we could multitask, hear the conversation in the room, and talk to figure out why the fuck our policy, reporting our truck stolen. We were able to take part in all that chaos. And one of the best lines of the movie, I thought, one of the underappreciated ones is, "What's Gracie Law doing here?" Which is exactly, why is she here? Just this random kind of town attorney.
No, it leads
just goes
into
in
it because Eddie, the maitre d', said the Chinese have a lot of hells, and then Uncle what's his name said, "What the hell is Gracie Law doing?"
Right.
And like, yes, that is like spot on. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So, and that's what, one thing you can say that Carpenter puts out a lot of schlock, and he does, but he directs dialogue really well. Watch The Thing, watch Prince of Darkness, the dialogue in it when people are talking, and more importantly, when people aren't, in Prince of Darkness specifically.
I mean, he made a movie with Roddy Piper entertaining.
Yes. Not just entertaining, a cult classic.
Yes.
And I think that's a lot of Carpenter's best films: Escape from New York, Big Trouble, The Thing, Prince of Darkness. They're cult films because you don't have to overthink them, and you can enjoy everything about it. Though Prince of Darkness does get your noodles spinning a bit.
Yeah, it does. It will definitely bake your noodle because there are a lot of advanced concepts and lines of thought in that film.
Yeah.
And the first time you see it, it's like you're like,
What?
but
No,
the second
wait,
time
what?
you see it, everything clicks, and you're like, okay, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember my brother likes Big Trouble in Little China. I gave it to him for Christmas one year. It was on Blu-ray. I think it was like a special edition version. So someone in my family likes it.
Okay, fair enough. And my thoughts. It's a classic. It's one of Carpenter's best. Well, not the best. We've already had that discussion, but it's one of his best.
Fight me for the soul of America, you shit.
I enjoy it, but in a way, I look at it kind of like Janelle does. I'll watch it like 2 or 3 times, and then I can just as easily not watch it and put it away for like a few months.
Yeah.
It's not one of those films where I'm like constant. It's not like Casablanca for me. I watch Casablanca like 3 times a week, but that's just me.
That's entirely fair. It is an excellent movie.
The Fog. I hate to see it. I hate you didn't see it until 10 years ago. The Fog's a good one, very good one, and I don't think Janelle would be able to sit through that. No. Not super
like,
gory.
If it's horror, there's a pretty good chance I can't sit through it.
Yeah, not super gory, but very atmospheric and very fucking creepy.
There's only a couple of video games that I enjoy that are technically horror, and it's more like just like kind of like a suspenseful, kind of eerie atmosphere, but nothing like too like freaky. But
Then
yeah, like horror, just generally speaking, it's like no.
I know I'm like a dog on a bone with that one. I got a little bit of Alabama leg hound in me on it, but God, you really do need to see Prince of Darkness.
Oh no. Wait, what am I blocking us all for, Goj? What? Block us all.
But yeah, I have to agree. It's the way they blend the concepts of mathematics and religion and higher orders of thought. It's worth alone just to watch that. Because if I'm not mistaken, he based part of the script on the work of Paul Dirac, who's a French metaphysician.
Mm.
And yeah, you really should watch it. That and the fact it's an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's got Alice Cooper in it.
See, he's the one that's not Eddie Haskell, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it has
I had to go there.
And it has for you people in know, it has Tom Bray from Riptide. That's one of our favorite 80s shows.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Jesus, we need to do a show on that. But anyway, Janelle, where can we find you?
All right, so you can find me on the Twitter, on the YouTubes, on the Instagram, if that's your thing, just at Janelle Waz. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, just called Janelle Waz. I started a gaming live stream. I'm planning on going live on Tuesday. Haven't made the official announcement yet, but currently I'm playing the Star Trek The Next Generation Sega Genesis game. So check that out. I'm probably going to send Troy on an away mission.
Oh, good.
And last time I sent Picard to talk to a Vulcan lady surrounded by 3 redheaded women. So he could pick your away teams.
Oh, okay. And yeah, you almost started a war with Romulans.
No,
yeah,
that was the chat. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay. But Jeff, where can we find you?
In about 50 minutes, ITC, I'm talking about the history of the Vatican and things associated with it. So, really fun topic. Yeah. Don't worry. 2 weeks later, be a better episode.
Oh no, that is a good episode because the Vatican,
yeah,
a bunch of shifty motherfuckers.
Oh yes,
yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing in about an hour, and then after that, starting ready for everything else.
Sweet. And Orty, where can we find you now that you've recovered from your 12-hour
Twitmo?
Yeah.
Also, I found out that they have a new thing on Twitter that when you get your 12 hours in Twitmo, you can't DM either. You're in read-only mode. So,
I found out when I got my 12-hour the other day. Yeah.
It took me a second to realize what you meant by Twitmo.
Let's see. You can find me as Ordnance Packard on Twitter. Surprisingly, still, you can find me this week, Tuesday night, Manorama. with Vincent and Rick and maybe Steve, some random Canadian, and Jeff too. You never know, he might show up. Wednesday, you can find me on Rick and Orty with Rick. Thursday, Culture Shift with Brad Slager as our deep dive into the entertainment business industry. Saturday, you can find me on Juxtaposition. Sunday, you can find me back here with Vincent Charles, and hopefully we will be recording session 0 with myself, Jeff, Vincent, Delaney, Janie Mac, and the EP, as we are doing a D&D campaign that we will be putting out later in podcast form.
Yes. And I cannot wait for that shit to kick off. And you can find me on Twitter at YesThatBeCharles. You can find me here every Sunday night at 6 Eastern Standard Time on the Vincent Charles Project. You can also find me on Manorama every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where hopefully the guy who runs the show will actually start running the show again. Oh, did I say that out loud? But yeah.
Passive aggressive. Cover me in it.
Not much.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining.
Then.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. And in the words of the late, great Vincent Price, a man who limits his interests